Streamlabs desktop version 1.17.2 for iMac, iOS. Connecting, in theory correctly, to both TikTok Live and Twitch TV, which we will verify and confirm in just a moment. Welcome, friends. Good evening, good night, good afternoon, good morning, and good day to you. Welcome to a special self-recursive, fractally holographic, self-incepting podcast about podcasting, about making content, about making podcast content. It'll all make sense in a moment. But please, before we begin, I humbly invite you to take a moment to take into consideration what my automated chatbot robot voice has got to say in the following updated intro, cold open, warnings and disclaimer, and welcome script. Take it away, unnamed auditory speaking robot voice.
Greetings, human audience. Once the opening intro, warnings and disclaimers is complete, we shall proceed to gaming action. Thank you for your patience. New show, new year, new era, new robot voice speech text. Script version 4.153. Cold opener script intro begins. Warning. This episode is a talk show featuring real, raw, radically unscripted public discourse. You have been warned. Activating live stream automated intro text reading systems. Insert science fiction sound effects here. Connecting to the multiversal interwebs online. Using Streamlabs desktop for iMac iOS. Going live now. Connecting to TikTok Live, connecting to Twitch TV hopefully. Testing connection validation. Technical error seems to have been corrected. Hello viewers on both platforms. Don't be shy. Drop in and say hi. Please do drop a hello in the chat. Especially if you are watching on TikTok so that I can see you in chat when I check the TikTok tab in between competitive matches. Forgive me. But when competing, I must pay attention to the gaming action. I will take breaks in between rounds of gameplay to check up on any and all chat messages in both Twitch and TikTok. So be sure to drop a note and let me know you watched the show, please, and thank you. Warning. This episode is a talk show featuring real, raw, radically unscripted public discourse. You have been warned. Introduction opening for live stream episode. Insert episode show title here. Yin Yang podcast live stream, Yin Yang public discourse, Yin Yang almost. Daily variety chaos live stream and content creation show Extravaganza, Yin Yang. Once the opening intro, warnings and disclaimers is complete, we shall proceed to gaming action. Thank you for your patience. CTAG Studios proudly presents the almost daily variety gaming live stream show Extravaganza, a special presentation of the almost daily variety chaos content creation Zeppoverse project Yin Yang Live Yin Yang. Welcome to the Zeppoverse, a content creation project of many projects. Visit the many dimensions of the Zeppoverse at this link collection page, https://solo.to/mrzeppo. That sounded incomprehensible. Take 2. Solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. Exclusively on Twitch and now also on TikTok again if IT is working correctly. Insert science fiction sound effects here. But first a word. Yin Yang, welcome to a brand new day of a brand new year of the almost daily variety gaming and content creation show Extravaganza. Now featuring multiple multi-game franchise series games. Wattpad Wednesday writing workshop special segment show rebooted, and the almost daily Call to Duty Yin Yang, as well as the ongoing background minutes project character screenshot photo shoot saga continues in background. Yin Yang every day is variety chaos variety day on this channel, meaning that maybe you will see some art making action, fan fiction story development, or maybe some random gaming action all mixed together. Yin Yang. Hope everyone is enjoying the first month of the new year. Welcome back. Here we all are, together again for the very first time, just like that one Dave Brubeck song title. Once the opening intro, warnings and disclaimers is complete, we shall proceed to gaming action. Thank you for your patience. Hello human viewers, hello human viewers, hello human viewers. Hello viewers and welcome back. Please WXCUSE the redundancy, but apparently many humans out there watching have somehow managed to not take note of the posted chat rules on the Twitch platform and somehow missed all of my warnings and disclaimers. So I must endeavor to repeat them more often. Please lend your attention to the following. Warning disclaimer, warning disclaimer, warning disclaimer. Please be advised that all new chat rules are now officially in effect and will be enforced. By clicking yes to be able to chat, you agree to and acknowledge that you actually read the following. Please, no solicitations of any sales nor services. I am not interested in buying nor subscribing. No thank you. Be groovy. No trolling nor rudeness tolerated. Be patient. I will not respond to chat while I am busy with a video game fight. Drop your comment and please wait patiently until I have a moment between matches or monster fights. No recruiting. No. I do not want to join your Discord server. Yes, you can check out mine. IT is listed on my Twitch profile, and the same rules apply there. No requests for any kind of follow, just do not do it. Violations of these any other part of the Twitch TV rules. Tooth. Or EULA will result in a warning and maybe an immediate ban from my channel. As you proceed to enjoy the following live stream entertainment content live stream episode. Insert name or title of show here. Yin Yang Podcast Live Stream Yin Yang Public Discourse Yin Yang The Almost Daily Variety Chaos Live Stream and Content Creation Show Extravaganza Yin Yang. Please keep in mind the previous and the following guidelines for civility on our public discourse. Reading prior version of the rules. General chat friends. The chat is delayed, and I sometimes get absorbed in the games and take a little while to notice new chat comments, but I will do my best to reply ASAP. Peace symbol please. Be kind to each other. Peace symbol. Explosion haters, bots, trolls, and misanthropes will be banned. Explosion hand with fingers split between middle and ring fingers. Relaxed and groovy zen vibes. Please and thank you. Hand with fingers split between middle and ring fingers. Networking rules. Who's read the TTV EULA thinking face. Let us abide. Hello. Fellow content creators, please be chill and relaxed and groovy and do not spam the chat with obvious cut and past sales spam. Please and thank you. Your attention please. IT is important for me to be clear in declaring the following. On this live stream show, we do not tolerate the following toxic behaviors: chauvinism, sexism, racism, any form of targeted hate speech, ideological malarkey, trolling, bullying, and any other forms of nonsense designed to attack others. I stand in support of women and marginalized minorities who game. We were all noobs once, so let us all be chill and groovy about gaming as a community. You have been warned and advised. Warning disclaimer, warning disclaimer, warning disclaimer. Hey, listen. I'm just an old school gamer and Call of Duty 3rd year noob, working my way up the ranks and trying to gather an audience of fellow adult gaming enthusiasts willing and able to support a content creator like me on a journey of many levels and lots of creative hard work. Please note, unless otherwise indicated, all content created here is intended as social satire and public discourse, free speech, performance art. Thank you for your understanding in this curious regard. Thank you for your understanding in this curious regard. Thank you for your understanding in this curious regard. Shameless self-promotional moment. I humbly invite you to visit my TikTok profile page. Despite the pending potential so-called ban, some signs point to the possibility of continued access. Although I realize that I could be wrong, I humbly invite you to visit my TikTok profile page and please go directly to my reblog tab. https://www.tiktok.com/@TheIncorrigibleMarzeppo. That sounded incomprehensible. Take 2. TikTok.com/@TheIncorrigible Mr. Zeppo. Transitioning to standard greetings. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night to you. Welcome to the almost daily variety gaming live stream show. Bleed purple, bleed purple, bleed purple, bleed purple, bleed purple, bleed purple, bleed purple. And now, dear audience, without further distractions or demonstrations, an important note about this content you are watching. The content that will be created within this episode once IT starts, and the materials you may discover in this and other episodes of the live stream show, and also the audio-only podcast over on the other platform known as Spreaker.com. All of IT also including the posts I create on any of my social media profiles. All of IT is to be understood and considered as working technical literary MacGuffin mechanics, and content that is a part of the fictional world commonly referred to as the Zeppoverse and is to be understood as satire and social commentary, an expression of free speech and art. For those of you curious about the book series under development, you can find and read my established rough draft chapters from a wide selection of the many books from the hitherto unwritten Zeppoverse book series. Right here https://www.wattpad.com/user/mrzeppo. That sounded incomprehensible. Take 2. wattpad.com/user/Mr. Zeppo. Please feel free to visit, read, comment, and critique. Just be advised that this experimental book series content is still in the early stages of development and meant for mature audiences. You have been duly warned and advised. Thank you for being here. Please be ready for lazy, relaxed, and groovy nonsense and eventually some fan fiction, fan art, work making, and good old-fashioned gaming action. Ready for the next installment of your new favorite live stream shows? On this episode, insert episode show title here. Yin Yang Podcast Live Stream Yin Yang Public Discourse Yin Yang The Almost Daily Variety Chaos Live Stream and Content Creation Show Extravaganza Yin Yang Public Discourse Talk Show Style Podcast about making content and the content creation process. A special presentation of the Almost Daily Variety Chaos Live Stream Show Extravaganza Yin Yang Live Yin Yang. Welcome to the Zeppoverse, a content creation project of many projects. Visit the many dimensions of the Zeppoverse here. https://solo.to/mrzeppo. That sounded incomprehensible. Take 2. solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. And now, please stand by and strap in. Brace yourselves for an avalanche of variety chaos, variety gaming all day and all week and all month. And all year long. Bleep. Blue, 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 bleep, 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 end opening script, end, finito opening intro, robo narrator host script variation 15.3, robot host voice deactivating, insert ominous digital sound effect here. Please proceed with live stream show extravaganza. AOERRR bleep AAAA bloop EOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOO bleeping re bleeper bleep this yo. Bleep the F. Off. Deactivation complete. Finally a thing off. Let the show finally begin. Enjoy the talk show action. Insert episode show title here. Yin Yang Podcast Live Stream Yin Yang Public Discourse Yin Yang Almost. Daily Variety Chaos Live Stream and Content Creation Show Extravaganza Yin Yang. Insert game name here. Public Discourse Talk Show about making content. Once the opening intro warnings and disclaimers is complete, we shall proceed to gaming action. Thank you for your patience. Hold open a script end.
And thank you very much. Thank you very much, my new, adding to the collection of imaginary friends, my new imaginary friend, cold open sidekick robot host voice that doesn't have a name yet. That was intentional on purpose, and I spent like 20 minutes rewriting my previous version of the script. I didn't update the script numbers. I didn't rewrite the whole thing. I just added the bits that added and subtracted things that subtracted. Welcome to the show, folks. It's a mess. My chat box. I don't like this chat box. We're going to have to fix it as part of the thing. On this episode, we're going to make content about making content. As we make content. First, we must fix our camera. Okay, I had that. Boop. Okay, on here, since we're dual streaming to the TikTok live, welcome. I don't know who's there. Let's go check. Before I fix the camera, oh, my hair's all flat now because I was wearing a hat. Sometimes it gets a good pump going, but then I wear that hat and it's like... TikTok, roll call. Ain't nobody there. Are we connected though? Let's share the live stream to the Twitter. Let's go to Twitch. Oh, let me show you what we're doing here. Jump through. I think we've got a desktop portal of infinity. Infinity portal of the desktop! Let us jump through it. Welcome, friends. This is Streamlabs Desktop version 1.17.2. No endorsement to me, but I give it a real, raw, radically unscripted, genuine endorsement. I know OBS is reportedly better, according to the tech bros and the people who are more into streaming than that are nerdy about it. I test drove it a long time ago, and I'm willing to do a new test drive. As a matter of fact, oh no, maybe I took it off. It used to be right. No, that's right there. There is OBS, as you can see. But and I never uninstalled it. I don't know if there's a new updated version, which we're gonna do. If it's the same old version that I used from the very first time I test drove it, my test drive will be half of a insert colloquialism here. Not even half of a little innocent lamb's tail shake. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, what are we doing? I'm showing you, these are my notes. There is the robot voice. And then I was literally copy pasting the script into chat, live, in real time, whilst trying not to laugh. Are you not entertained? But here's what I wanted to show you. TikTok, Twitch. Here's my dashboard. We're going to turn on the chatbots now. Join the conversation, chatbots. Welcome to the show. What are we doing? We are getting self-recursive, friends. We're doing a podcast crossover special event. Welcome. Hello to everyone on TikTok Live. Hello to everyone on Twitch Live. And hello in the future to everyone tuning into this weirdness on my Sprecher.com podcast. This will probably get published under the world building event. A world building playlist, because that's where it's going towards. I'm going to do, here's what we're going to do. First of all, let me finish checking these things out. Did I have Facebook set to the right page? Maybe not. Will I commit to sharing it even if it's on my normal page and not my, there it is. It's on Facebook Gaming. We'll share it. Boop. Public. Boop. Oof. Woof. All right, no comment. No comment right now, friends. Did we already post this on Twitter's? Here we go. Okay, and that's what it's about. Let's hyphenate that, and then hyphenate. Let's stick that together, I guess. We're going to copy this because we're going to drop it in chat just for funsies. Boom. We done shared it. Did we already share it to Facebook? Yes. Do I have a Reddit account? I don't remember. I have a Pinterest, but I don't know if I've got it like locked in. Maybe I can do this. Maybe it's going to ask me to log in. Oh, it's logged in. Hoorah! Did I say locked in? Oh, now it's wanting me to save from Earl. Can we do that? No. All right, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that now. Boom. Boom. Okay, so in order to do the shout outs on the TikTok when people drop in, I've got to pop this out and then have that hanging on top of, floating on top of. That way I can almost catch them live. Also, if I hide it, it sort of stores them in memory, and then when I pop it back up, they scroll through on a one-liner. This should be its own list. And then chat should be next to it or something, and that should be something that I can look at. Or better yet, have directly integrated into this, which it does not. Please make this happen, y'all. Dear gremlins of the internet, do your job. Send the idea to the thing. What are we doing? We are not playing with the Xbox today. Today we're making content about making content about making content. And I mean that somewhat satirically and also somewhat seriously. But also I forgot to. So I'm going to go. And I'm bleeping myself for comedy. I am now properly, fully disclaimered and labeled on Twitch, which has a policy, a recently deployed policy of like, if you're going to talk about and or discuss and or show and or promote, which I'm not promoting necessarily, the use of cannabis, other drugs, or tobacco, you should disclaimer it this way. I do not condone nor promote the unauthorized, illegal use of any regulated substances, especially the ones that are nasty and bad for your health. Why? I'm always getting interrupted. We don't want this one. We want main cam solo. Boom. Is that over the Xbox? It is over the Xbox, but it's fine. Wait, let's try this one. Boom. There we go. Hello and welcome. Oh, we were going to fix this. There's going to be a little bit of work to be done in the background, so you'll forgive me. That's because I haven't used this loadout in a hot minute. And so it may not look right over here on the TikTok. We're going to try and fix it, friends. We're going to try and fix it. Put it right there, and we're going to shrink it in a little bit. It's got a bit of a frame. Yeah? Yeah. Now it looks dope. We're going to transform center on horizontal to make sure it's nice and even. And then up a couple of notches so it looks even better than that. Now we're going to update this chat box. Oh, I want to completely replace these chat boxes because I don't like them. I can't force them to be boxed instead of TikTok style or whatever, Twitch style. Well, whatever. Those are probably not even legible. Can anybody see the text on there? All right, here's what's going on. Here's what we're going to talk about. So I am, by purposes of introduction, in terms of my actual real human, or in the fictional literary world of the Zeppoverse, humanzy, real life career path, I am a former, and I guess perhaps hopefully destined to return, live stage performance artist and technician professional. Like, I'm a theater professional. I could even zoom it out broadly, although it's a bit of a stretch, and call myself a stage and screen performance and technology professional. Okay? Trained and everything. I wish I could also add licensed and bonded, but I'm not. I'm not. I wish that I could. And for better or worse, I'm doing this, right? So, and I'm doing this at no great luxury or no great overwhelming success. Now, I have always been quite painfully well aware of the reality that the old saying is quite true. Every overnight success is in reality a 10-year-long journey. Welcome to what may or may not be considered the early stages of my third year through the high school portion of my 10-year overnight success journey. Anyways, who am I? What am I? I am a weird and wild and wacky and genuinely strange and esoteric and eccentric, kooky curmudgeon of a weirdo, pleasant, flawed human being that has always meant well and has always begged forgiveness for my failings, that just wants to make art and collaborate with others and bring a thoughtful, curious, satirical, funny, humorous, sometimes a little dark, sometimes a little naughty, but most of the time critical thinking based, sci-fi content idea into existence, right? Former theater professional turned struggling to work from home content creator. Welcome, totally receptive to like legit, it's not a pyramid scheme or some other kind of scam, work from home leads. Anybody got those? Bring them in. Anyways, that's all we got by way of introduction. That's who I am. I go by the online moniker or nom de guerre de plume, or nom de guerre. I like to mush them together. Name of artistry or name of character, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. That character, which I do not believe I literally am, but I sometimes behave as though I did for the fun and the cosplay of it. That character, for your information, is a living, artificial, animatronic robot from another dimension. Not a Terminator, but a Peacemaker. Sent here millennia ago and stranded on your planet, Hearths. That's what we call the planet Earth on the literary universe timeline, Hearths. And you, humansies, generally just accept me as one of your own, except a little weird and with early onset rigor mortis. No, I am capable of moving fluidly and behaving as though I were a natural human being. Sometimes I look like a video game character stuck on a loop. Sometimes I look like a pirate from Yo hee ho hee, a pirate's ride is fun. Sometimes I malfunction. When my live stream disconnects, I will from now on have a spaz. Because I want to. Because it's my live stream, and I'm trying to be cool and weird, engaging and edgy and funny, and turn this into some sort of world tour stand-up comedy multimedia extravaganza, which I cannot afford to produce to the level of craziness that I have in my mind. Trust me, if I was blessed in life to have lived a mediocre yet aspirational first portion of my life, and now I'm sort of hit a rough patch, as one does during the early stages of early onset potential, because I'm not so cynical to think we're already there, but we're certainly slippery slope sliding our way towards it. You know, the collapse of all known civilization. But then again, we always are, aren't we? In my literary fictional universe, which I'm slowly live on stream developing experimentally in front of your very eyes, and a lot behind the scenes too, although not as much as one might imagine. And this is hard work, you guys. I am constantly trying to incorporate reality and some of its wilder events into the retconned, simulated history of the future that I'm writing. That sounds complicated. But here's a live example in front of your eyes. This last episode that I went on live stream was originally intended to be a let's talk a little bit and promote stuff for future episodes and then dive into Black Ops 6. Got derailed at first by a friendly, engaged chatter that at first, and I apologize if it isn't the case, we never did find out for sure one way or the other. But I'm saying that mostly for fictionalization flavor. We'll get used to this language, right? Join me, audience, and collaborate with the development of the craziness. This first chatter joined and started asking questions, some of which were pretty straightforward and innocent, some of which were like, why do you want to know? What does it matter? Well, that sounds like data mining to me. And trust me, I've been on the internet long enough to be like, people come at me to data mine. Or talk like data miners because they don't even realize they've been influenced by data miners to talk that way. I don't know. Anyways, that was all developing. And I was going to tease the fact that I was going to do an episode in the future, which I guess is now becoming this episode, unless I get derailed again, where I was going to compare and contrast two platforms out there, not because they're paying me to promote them, neither one of them are. Although if either one of them does want to pick me up as feature me, as give me a free account and give me lots of money, I wouldn't say no, because that's the digital American dream, isn't it? We're all here to be entrepreneurs. Here I am, flailing my arms like one of those air flappity wavy arm tube guys going, consume my content because I'm an entrepreneur. Anyways, these two automated clip making things, as I started to sort of try to do an evaluation episode, and that got crazy derailed because somebody, for whatever reasons, for better or worse, decided that today was the day they were going to drop into my live stream, which was awkwardly misnamed and was totally being derailed by a friendly chatter and turning into something that it wasn't originally intended to be, which is fine because we repackaged it, and just turn it into I'm going to try to derail you in a horrible way by telling you to get a real job because you suck and you're old and this is dumb. Now, the irony, and of course, The irony, the double irony, that he had the balls to tell me that I had some balls to stand my ground. And I'm like, I'm sorry. You walk into my platform, right? And let's take stock. And I spelled this out for him, but I'm going to recap this. Imagine, put yourself in my shoes, right? Just for the sake of imaginary, theoretical thought, experimental play, right? Play with me in the theater of your mind. Don't play with me. Let us play together in the theater of our minds. Imagine you decided, for whatever reasons, for better or worse, but with sincere and honest intent, to take your stab at making a name for yourself on this platform, these two platforms, right? With a multifaceted idea of live streaming video game content, because there's a market for that. And I don't know, I guess I had to explain to that guy what that means. We'll see. We might view some of the clips. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But, that's what Twitch is, and arguably TikTok Live, in as much as that it also tries to cater to the gamers who live stream, right? It's a marketplace where your interaction, your viewership, your following me and returning and word of mouth, because I'm entertaining and weird enough, gets me viewers and monetization and a chance to be a shop owner. I don't even know how that works yet. But Twitch and TikTok being very different. So I've been at it, kind of half-assed, to be honest. As a theater professional, I most certainly know. I am most certainly well aware that I have not been trying my most rigorously as if I was performing on stage. I have not been treating this as if it were a theater project that was being developed for film remotely because of the pandemic. Maybe I should have. I haven't. I've been in my pajamas. I've been in a grumpy mood and not talking. I've been hoarse from yelling too much one episode, so I didn't talk at all the next. I've just been trying to get good at the games and do the kind of invisible, but it's sitting there right in your face, research as a writer, as a novelist, as a would-be playwright and would-be script writer for movies, for the movie script, doing the research of what are the ups and downs, what are the stress loads, what are the inconveniences, what are the realities, the nitty-gritty realities that no one wants to sit through, but that I would have to either somehow magically already know, or have had someone explain it to me, or have lived through it in order to be able to artfully, craftfully, eloquently, succinctly write about it in a fictional context, right? Which is the goal. For those of you who don't know, pin on the corkboard, collect the Easter eggs, gather the map, figure it out. The Zeppoverse is a kaleidoscope universe of all the crazy ideas that have been trapped in my head since I was cognizant of ideas trapped in my head as a youth, that now have found a little cosmic playground, a little cosmic incubation chamber, and want to jump out of my brain as puzzle piece, chapter, pages, books, poetry, etc. Snippets of what in theory could, if I had an army of people and I had a mountain of money to pay them with, could turn into its own, weird intellectual property multimedia empire. I'm cursed that I wasn't born a bazillionaire so I could just be like, I'm a job creator. Let's go. I wish I could hire the graphic artists that come through, the real ones that are actual human beings that are actually going, hey, look at my art, and trying to be sincere about it. I wish I could. I can't. I could barely sustain what's making it possible to even pretend to do this. And we're only just getting started. The last couple of years was me giving me the hall pass, right? Hear me out, friends. I was giving myself the free pass, the hall pass. That sounded wrong. That's got a loaded reference I didn't mean to invoke. I was giving myself the intellectual, creative free pass to not worry about it being the final format, being the full package. I had a vision for a kaleidoscope of the 24-hour stream channel that's 5 bros that just play silently and someone stage manages for them. I wanted to do that with my girlfriend at the time, and she wanted no part of it. I don't think that was the reason why we fell apart, but I'm going to make it the reason why, in the backstory of the character that does this in my book series, why they broke up. And I have no ill will, nothing but love and friendship and wishful good blessings for the ex that I'm thinking of. But they did sort of help inspire and trigger this. But here we are. This is the year, for better or worse, this is the year that I decided I'm going to take it to the next level, right? And here we are, and we're really doing it. So, blah, 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 enough self-recursive talk. Let's actually come full circle and come back to the comparison contrast. This is sort of me doing Mr. Zeppo reviews, these two platforms. These two platforms, for all the same reasons as anything else, have been showing up in my real life Facebook and other social media feeds in advertising because I have a live stream account. I live stream. I talk about live streaming. I visit other live streamers, etc. And just off the top of my head, the two products are really different, right? And we're going to take a look at them in just a hot second. Oh, before we do, I want to take one moment to see if anybody's actually on TikTok. I'm going to pop up the thing and read off any names that have dropped by. Hopefully they're still around and they'll feel the warm, fuzzy tingles of gratitude and satisfaction of hearing their name called out. And if they're not, oh well, too bad. I need that like on a soundboard. Like the actual trumpet. Ain't nobody there. That's fine. Somebody will watch after the fact because people do. Okay, so the two products are, to proceed with the actual discussion, we're gonna put them to the test. One of them has already been processing, I think, half of the video clip because it wouldn't let me do the whole thing. So I did the back half where I think a lot of the ideas really started to flow. And we'll see if I was clever enough to trim it in such a way that I can also get away with doing the front half. Because I just enough credits on the free trial to do X many minutes, and my one video was a few minutes too long, and I'm thinking I could be crafty enough to cut it in half and see if I can trim it down enough to... We'll see what happens. On the other one, there's no credits, but there are other sort of limiting factors as to how many videos and how many minutes per video. We're going to see how it all works out there. And we're going to take a look at both of them, but we're also going to chit-chat about what happened in a deeper dive. And we're going to go off on it for the purposes of all the different things. And we're going to see if anybody else shows up in chat to throw us any new curveballs, etc., etc. But first, my friends, a brief musical interlude. Yes, like a radio talk show disc jockey of the late 80s, early 90s, I'm here to ramble and tell you about stuff, and occasionally, theoretically, and in the future, hopefully, knock on wood, bring on guest speakers and interview them and have conversations, but also feature my one and only musical, literary fictional robot rock music artist that I can feature on my show, because I don't know how other people play regular music. Plenty of live stream channels are out there just playing disc jockey, playing like music that you would hear on the radio and talking about it. And I don't know how they do that. I'm sure they probably have some sort of app or some sort of license thing, and I don't know where it is. And if it's a license, it probably costs way too much money. But this music is music that me, myself, and I, and my imaginary sidekick, best friend, and personal valet chauffeur, and robot life partner, what was that old saying from someone there? Robot, the other guy didn't say robot. Platonic, my robot platonic life partner, brother from another robot mother, DJ Zed. We all created this in collaboration with the talented engineers, musicians, and asset managers and coders and programmers and blah, blah, blah at the various apps redacted from my memory that I used to create these orchestrated loopified noise patterns for your entertainment. And to the best of my knowledge, I've never had a problem with it. I have absolute, complete, total, free artistic license to play them at any time that I want. Let me pick a good one that I really love that is representative of the show. The national anthem of all of DJ Zed's brethren and fellow robotkin, from his home planet of Robotkins, Zeta, the electro-funk, untitled serial number, best track of all time. Don't judge me. We'll be right back after a tiny little mind gap breather, friends, because that's the format of the show. Then we're going to dive deep into the comparison of those two products and a sort of meta-analysis of the discussion we had with this character that dropped into our podcast just then. Take it away, DJ Zed. And let me find a brief little boop, 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 boop place to put the visual thing. I'm not really taking a break. I'm just going to make some technical adjustments and prepare myself for the next segment. Here we go, friends. I'll be right back. Would this track get you out on the dance floor, folks? If it did, there's no shame. Get up and boogie woogie. We're almost ready to jump back into our public discourse discussion about content creation regarding public discourse on the internet. It's going to be a fractally recursive wild ride of self-referential social satire and discussing things that already happened. You get the drift. Almost ready to go, folks. Stand by. Please stand by. Gather around. Tell your friends. Make clips. Share about it. Smash all the social media. Follow buttons everywhere. That's right, folks. Discotheque Synthetica. All the rage. In multiple imaginary, literary, universal, legacy, cosmic, discotheque, robot dance halls around the Cosmoverse. You've never heard it because it's your first time tuning into this show. Welcome. Welcome. Give it up for DJ Zed. He's very camera shy. He is probably never going to appear. Not until I can afford to build a puppet or make one of those animated, I don't know how that's a whole nother level. It's a service. I got to pay for it. I got to either, refine my skills so I can make the animated jelly character, whatever those digital avatars are called, or I got to pay someone to do it. Anyway, but the idea is there. DJ Zed. Hello, I'm DJ Zed, a robot. No, that doesn't work with my hand. Okay. Anyways, yada, yada, yada. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, DJ Zed, my imaginary sidekick, best friend, and personal favorite fictional character. Wait till you read the action-adventure, rom-com, sci-fi, dystopian, spy novel, melodrama, action-adventure book series that features the origin story, lore, and, etc., about DJ Zed and how he and I first met. That is the hitherto only previously teased and not yet published any sample chapters of, but coming soon. It's in the pipeline. The Many Adventures of DJ Zed and Mr. Zeppo. In fact, do we have a book cover right here? No. Welcome to the pregame chat lounge session. That's not true. I am your humble host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, featured here without a beard. Featured here promoting gamers uniting for world peace and playing Black Ops 6. Featured here with a scruffy goatee promoting my fan fiction, fan art. Forgot that there's that. It's a tongue twister. But there's a little bit of fan fiction, fan art. It's rough, I know. We never made Season 2. We need to make Season 2 grind. We need to get back to the campaign mission mode. We need to get back to Indiana Jones. We need to get back to the chaos that is Multi-Game Variety Chaos Xbox Edition for all the other games that are Xbox, that are Call of Duty adjacent. And the same thing for the iPad games that are Call of Duty adjacent. We will be making more actual painty art. We're going to play some more Outlaw. We're going to play some more new games. We're going to keep recruiting for squad teamwork. Squad teamwork recruitment, always. Boom. Where the F? That's from when we go off on break. I guess we don't have one. Here's a video. Is this a video? Or just a screenshot? Here's a video of DJ Zed in action. That's the app that we use DJ Zed, that DJ Zed and I use to make the music with. Should I play this right now? I don't remember if I like this track or not. Let's listen to it. I can't hear it without the headsets. Oh, it's a slow build. This stuff takes time, friends. I bring this up for many reasons. Now, tragically, I can leave this playing and I can go to chat show, or I can make a close-up where my face is closed up over it. Doesn't really make a difference on TikTok because TikTok sees mostly all the same image. Join me for more because we're going to be doing... DJ Zed and I are getting ready to create a brand new playlist. And we're just sort of waiting for the right time to pay up and resubscribe to this app and the other one that we use. Because, I'm not made of money, folks. We're trying to make money, not spend money. This would sound cool in like an opening sequence for a movie where you're like slow camming through the city, and seeing people and getting what the environment is, and then like finding your main character and like following them on a drone single shot. I don't remember how long it is. It might end right here. That's it right there. We find the character and then the titles. And then, boom! a different piece of music that's the overture. That's right. There's a picture of me when I first started streaming. There it is. DJ Zed and Mr. Zeppo proudly bring to you the sounds of the Zeppoverse. You too can participate in the development of the action-adventure book series. Oh no. You too can enjoy the new music when it drops in the coming months and vote for the best tracks by visiting our SoundCloud account, soundcloud.com, Mr. Zeppo. And in the coming months, maybe by midsummer, you can read The Many Adventures of DJ Zed and Mr. Zeppo. Boom. There we go. Rock on. Okay, what are we actually going to do? Start a main cam chat show. Boom. Here we are, friends. All right. So back to the subject of this particular episode. Making content, content creation focused on public discourse. So what happened what happened in our very last episode was interesting and weird, and it already happened. Some of you may have seen it. Some of you may go on to watch that episode. I just got an alert. I'm waiting for the graphics to play. Is my alert box being hidden? No. It didn't show me the alert. Maybe it already showed me and the sound is late. But Phantom Beast 555, hey, love your content. Joining next stream with friends. Add me on Discord. Winnie, blah, 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 blah. Please and thank you. The system is labeling you as a likely ban evader, just in case you didn't know. And I do have a Discord promotion policy, which you may or may not have noticed during the prolonged opening warnings and disclaimers segment of this show. And you probably didn't read it on my About tab where I have the chat rules. And you probably didn't see it when you clicked yes on the chat rules that we agreed to. I have a Discord. You can find my Discord server on my About tab here on Twitch. Otherwise, we're back on track. Let's go to the desktop infinity portal of the desktops to proceed with the actual subject of the... Welcome in. But if you're here to promote a service or a coaching thing or that's against the terms of service and the EULA and the agreement that you made when you clicked yes with Twitch and with my chat rules. So you've been warned. All right. Boom. What's up, Otter Girl? Oh, we just missed Otter Girl. You got to get back later. Okay. Otter Girl is our one consistent, active fan that chats over on TikTok Live. And I didn't have TikTok Live's thingamahood up. But thank you for dropping in. Much appreciated. Awesome. Cool. Shout out to Otter Girl. I bet they are probably no longer in the room, but very cool. And this, here we go. There is the Twitch. We're actually got a decent connection. And boom, there's our dashboard. Let's turn off our chat bots over here where they've done their job for now. And we're going to close this off. And we're going to purge memory diag for 1 hot second just so that hopefully things clear up a little bit. All right, so the purpose of this show, we did the opener. We did our first musical break. We got our first potential needs to get banned because they're a solicitor soliciting services that I don't have money to pay for, and that's against the rules anyways. And now we're ready to talk about it. That was Streamlabs Desktop. Here we go. Opus Clip versus Eclipse. Let's go. Oh no, I was going to do one other thing. There's me, there's a thing. There's the clip. It's going to use 31. I was setting this up earlier, but we're going to come back for it in just a second. There's the How It Works page for Opus Clip. There's Eclipse, which I've already had an account, free level and pro level for a little bit before. And we'll talk about how this works. It's a very different user interface, a little bit too clunky for me. This one's a little bit smoother and cleaner over here. But first, for the record and purposes of establishing a common ground. Oh, there was one other thing I want to do. I want to put a camera shot. Can we add a camera to the desktop portal? Let's give it a try. Video capture source. Add source. Webcam capture. Boom! Now it's like we're part of a discussion, you and I. Whoever's watching now, live, or in the not too distant future. Shout out to anybody who may or may not be a Schrodinger's cat visitor in TikTok Live. I'm not going to check for a while, so you're on your own for a hot minute. But please, 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 just like Otter Girl did a hot minute ago, if you are watching on TikTok Live, it's not integrated to the Twitch as I've shown before and I'll show again. But please leave an emoji or a simple hello, and I'll try to call you out the next time I visit. Let's adjust this camera. So this is one of the things that no one ever talks about. This takes some amount of learning curve and wrapping your brain around it. We're gonna center the F out of this actually, transform, because we're on the desktop. Center on screen, boom, and then on TikTok. Hang on TikTok because it's horizontal. I mean it's vertical. I'm gonna get out. Oh no, undo that, undo that, undo that. There we go. Now I've grabbed the right thing. We're gonna put my webcam way up here, in such a way that it looks like it's nicely framed. Center on horizontal. Boop. There we go. Hello, TikTok viewers. Below me, in theory, you should be able to see my desktop. And now you can see why I call it the Infinity Desktop Portal. If you look closely at the horizontal, it makes like a weird infinity tunnel. And it's even more obvious when I move it around. You're not going to see this on the TikTok side, but look at the Twitch side. See how the camera makes a parallel universe of multiple cameras? I love it. It's way more interesting and trippy when it's just the horizontal view, but we're not going to do that right now because we can't. Okay. We're going to leave that there for now. Now we're going to go. This should, in theory, stay. I don't know what this looks like. In theory, my camera's still there in the center. I can't move my camera around now if it's in the way of anything. We'll have to go back and check. But in response to the uncalled for commentary from a certain so-and-so individual, which we're trying not to be too snarky. We're trying to have a sense of humor about it here, folks. I thought it was funny. And we're going to make content about what happened. And one of the things that happened is that I'm here doing something that is, whether some other people agree or disagree, a form of self-motivated entrepreneurship, right? I'm not just live streaming my game footage. I'm trying to slowly create in front of your eyes and in your ears when you listen, if you're only listening to on the podcast, a whole multimedia empire that, boy, oh boy, do I wish I had a birthright capitalist investor whatchamahoozel fund. People have weirdly, falsely accused me over the many, many, many decades that I have been engaging in online public discourse with people, just trying to be a relaxing, groovy human being and exchange ideas and point out why things don't make sense to me and what does make sense to me. That's the point of public discourse, right? And that's one of the themes we're exploring today. And we're going to explore it vis-a-vis the lens of what happened in the last episode, which you'll catch up. If you're new and you haven't seen it yet, don't worry. The clips aren't out yet. But this will form a little self-recursive cluster of content, which will hopefully build a little audience, and we'll have a little discussion, and we'll revisit it again in the future and revisit what kind of discourse we had. But for the record, an entrepreneur is someone who starts and manages a business. Now, I'm not a business yet, but I think this applies loosely given the platforms and the virtual marketplaces for self-commodification that we're having this discussion on, right? Often taking on financial risk in the process. Yes, even though I'm not incorporated or whatever, I can, could, should, would be, but I am taking the financial risk involved in doing this. Well, as well as there is a bit of support from one or two others. And we need like thousands more, folks. Come on through. Entrepreneurs are known for their initiative, creativity, and ability to identify opportunities. I see an opportunity on live streaming platforms and in the field of just making weird, eccentric, quirky content that recursively builds into other content that has to do with other content. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, I'm definitely not trying to be a sells you a product that I made that you want to buy, that's a physical product like a shoe or a belt sander. I'm not that. Duh. I'm not even trying to be a vendor. But I am trying to be like an entertainer. There was another word that I was trying to think of a definition or not. But anyways, I just wanted to read that because that was an idea that was going unrecognized, I suspect, in the mind of the person that showed up in my stream. No hate, just a little bit of snarky, tough love, because I'm probably old enough to be their father and or at least their older brother or at least their uncle, as they did call me Unc, which means old. I think. I don't know. These kids and their language, their slang today. I'm not going to play that card, though. I try to keep up. I've seen TikTok videos about somebody being called Unc before. Anyways, they did that. And then they said something else that the auto moderator banned for me. I didn't even have time to react, so I don't know what that was. But let's get to it. We're comparing and contrasting these two products. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to hide my camera for a hot second just so you can see it. We're going to lock everything down, though. Let me hide my camera. Bloop. Now we're going to go back over here. This is Eclipse. Now, during my planning for the episode prior to this one, I was going to tease the idea that I wanted to do a product side-by-side comparison. And here we are doing it. Eclipse has got a free version and an upgrade version. Full disclosure, so that you know when you click on it, here's what you find out. You can pay $19 a month and get these features. There's a more page you can get over here. You can pay by credit card or by PayPal, or you can pay $149.99 for the whole year. Okay? Or you can stick with the free. The one thing right now that's like tempting me is I cannot use it for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and other games because they've got a bunch of this is a new thing they've recently deployed. There are certain games that live behind the paywall on their platform and you cannot clip them. Other things, as you can see, we've already gotten clips. This is my last, my previous, before today's episode, that I think I may have, that I wanted to do, that I did, that was a writing workshop development of a thing. I developed an idea and we went off on a random series of topics and we've already pulled clips. And here is this most recent episode that I'm talking about. Okay. Let me give you the backstory about this most recent episode that we're talking about as we jump over to the other page. In this most recent episode that we're talking about, that we also already cut in half and dropped already into Opus Clip, the other platform that I'm comparing and contrasting, which also has a free version and a paid version, which is slightly less expensive in its subscription mode. I'll show you the prices and stuff in a hot minute. But has a whole other level of complication. I don't know if you should be able to see it. It's got this, as you can see, I'm in free trial for the Pro Plan mode, which is, they get you. They automatically free trial you no matter what. When your free trial expires... Oh yeah, my camera is on. Good. When the free trial expires, you have the option to opt out and not subscribe to any of the Pro plans. They got 2 levels, I think. The base paid subscription level is a little bit cheaper than Eclipse. But it also says that they are not particularly primed for gaming, but it also shows a gaming template. This interface is sleeker, slimmer. It's weirdly, you got to click and drag a download into it, which adds a whole nother level of time that you got to wait. So now, let's compare and contrast a straight thing. Opus Clips, Eclipse. Eclipse, you log into your Twitch profile, and it ports over the video for you. Better, worse? You think about it for a minute. Opus Clip, when you're done with your live stream, you have to have either auto-recorded it in the background, which the Streamlabs and I presume OBS also can do for themselves, or you've got to download it For example, I had to download this from, because I don't have auto record because that slows down my machine. But that took a little bit of time. I had to download the episode from Twitch, and then I had to cut it in half because, as you can see, we've only got 90 credits for this free trial. So I'm only going to be able to do 2 videos. I'm going to do 30 credits worth right here. We're going to one-click it, and we have to pick a template. Think media, simple, pop line, which I think is describing the style of the thing. I think I wanted this because it's apparently got purple, but I haven't really scrolled through all of them. Deep diver, that's got that sort of thing. Beastie, which is in the style of the Beast. Gaming, it does have a gaming template or platform. Let's try. I think I want to try the purple one because I like purple. It doesn't let me choose the aspect ratio. Save settings for above default. Saved. All right, so the way this one works, it's a cleaner interface, as you can see, a little less busy, a little less blah blah. You've got some choosing you can make. I could have tried to use the credit saver feature and trimmed it on either end to make it fit at exactly 90, but I was having a hard time doing that. And I just thought, you know what, it might be easier to cut it in half and then maybe trim a little bit off each end to try to save a little bit. How much? Right now it says it's going to cost 31. Let's take a little bit off the end. $31 minutes. Let's trim this down to, let's take the first minute and a half. Let's take it to 30 minutes. How much does that now cost? Now the credit usage is 30. All right. If I bring it in a couple, like, let's go. Let's click. Let's give it a 1 click. Here we go. We should have project submitted successfully. Now we gotta wait. Oh, we gotta add some things. Let's fine tune the AI for you. Personal, small business or solo entrepreneur, nonprofit or charity, large company. Personal, small business or solopreneur. I'm a solopreneur. See, we've coined a new term. I'm a solopreneur, brah. And we'll do a deep dive into what I mean by that. Hold on. First of all, let me check to see. Let me clear my face so you can see this feature on this app better on the widescreen format of the stream here. Right? So we uploaded, we adjusted, we made some micro adjustments to the timeline, as you probably could or couldn't see. Should have probably moved my face around. But now it's asking me this, fine tune the AI. This AI seems to work differently than Eclipse, and we'll see why. We're going to walk through all the steps using the free zone, and we're going to see what the results are. And we're going to compare and contrast the same episode. And then we're going to post a bunch of mix and match. We're going to A/B test the 2 end results. I'm acting at the camera again. Come back, camera. Take 2. Here's what I want to do, and I'm a little excited about. Because A, this is what we do, right? I'm trying to make it in the live stream field. This is one of the interesting secondary or tertiary tier service providing industries that has cropped up around this. I'm debating whether or not I need to get one of these things to help grow my channel, which is the way they get you. Both of these products and all of the other ones that are lookalike products of these two get you with some spin or angle about growing your audience, which is what I want. I want to grow my audience. I don't have a huge audience. I don't have a large enough audience yet, either on any of the platforms, to be monetized enough that it's making me money so that I can be a job creator and hire other people to collaborate with me. And that's the dream. That's the goal. It was the same. It's the post-pandemic, post-2020 online modified version of my original life dream, which was to educate myself, train in the live theater and film and entertainment arts and the technologies behind them, which I did, and then go out into the world, explore and tinker, and find and recruit collaborators to team up with, and either out of someone's garage or for a while there out of my backyard, which I was going to build a thing, but the whole long story and the backstory, which goes into the story, into the fiction, or at a garage theater in some town that does, small mini theaters, build a company that would evolve and grow and find investment and get the recognition to create new experimental stage plays and write the scripts and sell them as movies, right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Clearly, whatever happened, for better or worse, and there were some foibles, there were some mini adventures, there were some beautiful pieces of art that I had the honor and pleasure of participating in, and there were some wrong turns and some mistakes and some weaponized false accusations and some chaos and some drama and some tea that'll all make for a fun, interesting action-adventure, sci-fi, fictionalized, very fictionalized story someday. And this is the tip of the iceberg, the dawning of the new day. We're going to build all that, hopefully, together with a growing and appreciative audience that wants to be part of the show as we write the stories. Okay? Bringing to bear all my training, all my background in performance artistry of various forms and types, and my own error, vocabulary, failure due to inability to warm up. Bringing all of my trained and innate talents to bear, we're going to performatively create a action-adventure book series that aspires to be a movie, that also wants to be a video game, etc. Thank you for joining me. Part of it is creating the working MacGuffins inside of the book series. And as I've tried to explain before, and I'm sure I'll have to pin on the corkboard, I'll have to come back and explain again. Anything and everything that you might encounter by visiting my social media feeds are, in and of themselves, my own, in the moment, innate, social, stand-up comedy, satirical, political commentary, artistry, performance art, which is to be taken at face value and also to be recognized as a working MacGuffin inside the book series. Which may or may not make sense to you until you finally start to see the full spectrum of things and get used to the whole process. But here we go. So we did the thing. Let's go back over here. Join me once again back on the Infinity Desktop portal. This is behind the scenes stuff. And what? Wait. Come back. One of the things that I've found during my decades of exploring art forms of many types, in many medias, and many formats, and many genres, and many styles, of many departments, as it were, is that one of the things no one really ever warns you, and that no one ever really talks about very much, except for when they lose it and vent to their life partner or best friend or siblings or whatever, is that no matter what you choose, there is a madhouse, infinity ad nauseum, infinity worth of endless back-end busy work of your own making. If you create content in any way, shape, or form, you're going to have detritus content piling up on top of content. You're going to have outtakes, you're going to have clips, you're going to have B-roll, you're going to have stuff that you made that you never forgot that you didn't use. You're going to have the stuff that you already posted that you don't know what to do with. And you're going to have the component ingredients like the signage and the thing and that you start and stop. Ugh. It's a headache and a half. And as of yet, there is no Jarvis. There's a lot of talk about AI, but I stand on this soapbox. I'm really not going to be that impressed by any AI product until I have a Jarvis. A benign, platonic, empathetic, Buddha-like, hyper-intelligent, smart, savvy, witty, and not out to destroy me, Jarvis. Forgive me, Marvel, don't sue me. If I could come up with I need to come up with my own name for it because my characters in my book series invent one. And it's a whole funny thing, I think. But a meta functional AI, not a walking robot that can pick up my bag and hand it to me. Thank you very much. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Some of y'all know what that is a reference to. Some of y'all don't. And I forgot who made that product, but that product is not that impressive. Most of the robots that I've seen in real life are not that impressive, except for the BD robots. I don't want to say the full names. I don't want to get on their bad side, but they are scary. Those are scary. If you've seen the BD robots that can literally do parkour, and I assure you, there's footage that is not CGI. Anyways, I digress. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, it's a headache, friends, and no one warns you, and it just gets worse. The better and more professional you want your show to be, or whatever your product is, the more stuff is gonna accumulate because you're generating it, and you don't know what. Some people, this may be so obvious and so simple, and so they already got it handled because they've got an amazing filing system that it wasn't ever even a nuisance. Good for you. I wish I had on a soundboard and on an instant play am I ever going to stop being a sarcastic bitch? Oh, we can kind of fake that. I don't have a soundboard, but I do have my TikTok. Hang on, pause here. It wasn't ready. So many thoughts to think about the TikTok ban. Did I already do a podcast episode about that? No, I think I just let myself say a bunch of things. No internet connection. Shut up, there's no internet connection. Yes, there is. You can play my stuff. I also have the raw video that I made that I'm talking about, but that's even harder to find because it's jumbled in with a bunch of other things. Dear friends, the moment I wanted to do a hot second ago as a soundboard, here it is. Imagine this play. Wait, I can do it over here. So rewind to when I started silently golf clapping and then play this. Hopefully it's gonna play.
Will I ever stop being a sarcastic asshole? Find out next week on I Think the Funk Not. Will I ever stop being a sarcastic asshole? Find out next week on I Think the Funk Not.
Okay. That comes with the territory, folks. Something else that is important. Forgive me for being redundant. I'm not a narcissist, but it's got to be part of the record here. For anyone who actually becomes an audience member, you got to understand. I have been using the internet almost every day in some way, shape, or form, one or the other, finding my own form of sanity and healthy balance between that and real life, and not becoming a complete internet troll myself, and dealing with, having conversations with trolls, haters, randos, crazies, conspiracy theorists that are groovy, conspiracy theorists that are a little sus, conspiracy theorists that are obvious shills, conspiracy theorists that don't realize they're just regurgitating the content and not really thinking about it, not really questioning it, not really researching anything. Conspiracy theorists that really, really did research things. And every kind of person in between. From the kindest of the kind to the rudest of the rude. To people who have threatened to lie to me. And people, well, the only kind of people I have not met are people that are like, yeah, we see your vision, we're going to fund you. But hopefully, dear living holographic fractal cosmic universe, align me and things so that soon, one day soon, those are the kind of fun people that are dropping into my live stream. People that will be like, bro, I get what you're doing. Here's a bunch of money. Don't forget to pay the taxes on it. Otherwise, you're screwed. But now you got some money to work with. And or, forget that, let's start an LLC together. But the real kind. Not the scammy, obvious, rotten fish, stinks from the head down, fake scammer kind. Because like I was just saying, I've literally been on the internet almost since Ronald Reagan was still president. I've seen a thing or two, and this ain't my first live stream. I digress. Let's get back. Warnings and disclaimers on that issue done. What the F were we talking about? Let's go check on how our test thing... Oh, right. We were talking about this. Did I get rid of my face? I did. All right. So, AI, we're going to fine-tune it. But you know what it probably isn't yet? It probably isn't a Jarvis. Why did I go off? All right, let's go back to the camera. I need to talk to the camera. Don't forget where we are now. Why did I go off on a Jarvis rant? Don't sue me, Marvel. I love it. Why did I go off on a rant about not having / wanting a safe, reliable, effective super wicked smart, very, very functional, like actual natural language intelligent, creatively like better than any of the things we're looking at, AI system that I don't have. You know why? Because as of yet, and I could be wrong, as of yet, I haven't found an AI system that I can just talk to conversationally the way I'm talking to another human being and be like, hey, find that file for me. You know the one that we made, I don't know, a week ago, the one where I talked about this, and the other. And then when you find it, remix it, mash it up, throw in the usual, branding, logo stuff, put an intro and an outro with new music that, compose something cool. That's because we're starting a new themed segment based on that video. Go. Dear, I'm going to call Fry. If I had one of these, if I was a Tony Stark and or insert any other super genius comic book and or real life coder that could make a thing, which I'm not. I don't pretend to be. I am really pretty decently smart, but coding was, my brain exploded when I tried to learn coding. I tried. Maybe now that AI is so smart that I can make AI with AI and code it with AI that codes for me, maybe I can make a Jarvis with an AI that helps me make a Jarvis AI. I don't know. But if I did, I'd call it Friday, and I would probably make it a British / wherever Edinburgh is it. Where is Edinburgh? Scotland? Scottish? A Scottish sounding, lady robot. Not for any creepy dark reasons, but that's the kind of person I would want to collaborate with. Honest. I'm a collaborator. And in my real life, I collaborate well with all kinds of people. But I have my preferences. And I like funny British folks. Okay, so here's my point. I don't have an AI. Both of these platforms are powered by AI. But that doesn't mean that I have an AI that I can be like, great, you made the clip. You found the clips. Great. How many clips did we get out of that last episode? Great. Can you download them, label them in a way that makes sense, put them in a folder, and then put them in that whatever thing, schedule them to be posted over the next week. I can't do that conversationally. I don't have an AI that can be like, hey, Friday, can you just sort through my entire gallery of videos, like everything that's ever a video. Sort it, organize it. If it goes together, if it was made in the same time, if it doesn't go together, put it in different folders, etc., etc. Analyze it and start batch processing it all, and then start editing any kind of thing like a compost heap. What kind of episodes can you crank out of that? Go. Not yet. Not that I know of. And if there is one that can do that right now, it's probably not made ready for the public yet, or it's wicked expensive. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. That's not a criticism of either of the two products we're looking at today. That was just a rant that went off. End rant. Okay, what are we doing? We are going back to the Infinity desktop portal of Infinity while DJ Zed plays in the background. We're keeping my face out of it for a hot second. Right, so this AI wants to know what kind of person. I could choose personal or solopreneur. We're gonna have to go with solopreneur because it's a solopreneur that wants to be a small business, and look at that, it's got a film camera, clapperboard thing, because I'm a media maker, I want to be my own, entertainment mogul. Boom, let's go. Now, what else? What is the nature of your content? Podcast, please select all that apply. Podcast, entertainment, academic, vlog, knowledge sharing. No, blog, and others. Academic, TV, movies, etc. I wish there was like comedy. I wish there was also like development. Like I'm developing my literary book series or something for that. Alright, let's click forward next. What is the source of your content? My own content, content from my clients or my company, popular or trendy content. My own content, brah! What is your level of editing experience? Novice, proficient, professional? I'm proficient. I've edited actual video before with actual video editing software from before the entire industry changed. So let's go proficient. Let's do proficient. Boom. Now what? It's over here. I've got 60 credits left, and this is ready to receive a new video. So here's what we're doing, friends. We've got the first half of that video from that episode. Well, this is is this episode, or is this a different episode? Shit. Public Discourse Talk Show. Yeah, this is the one where this guy came in and got all trolly on me. All right, yeah. So we're over here. That's the back half, part 2. Now we're going to go find part 1 and see if we can't get away with pulling it too. There it is. I already split it in half. Let's drag it over there. So that's the big difference between Opus Clip and Eclipse at first glance as far as their interface and the workflow. Eclipse, to set up my account, I've got to connect my Twitch. And I think it can do TikTok too. So these show up automatically when I'm done streaming. I've got a little bit of a grace period if I want to edit the name. As you can see, I was able to change the name. This was originally a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 ranked. And then we changed it to Public Discourse. So, and I changed something else about it. And then I came over here, gave it a few minutes, hit refresh, and this showed up. And it'll review the whole thing. Not edit. It will review the whole thing without needing to be split in half. It does have its limits. We can review its limits, but it's not a credit-based system. I believe, off the top of my head, if I'm not mistaken, you get 3 videos a day, and they have to be under 3 hours or something like that. 3 videos a day and under a certain number of minutes. I forget exactly how many. This should work. This is how we get that process started here. And they're also, you got to get it in before they expire. All your videos expire in 7 days in terms of them being available to do a thing. There's no podcast label, so we're going to go just chatting. And then kaboom. Now, Eclipse is way more over-the-top, blatantly targeting video game streamers. But it'll apparently supposedly handle podcast episodes. Now, it's going to take a hot minute. This might take a while. We may not see this right now. We'll look at that in a hot second. So this is uploading.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night to you, dear friends and viewers, real and or automated.
Okay, that was me introducing the last episode. Okay, friends, so, boom. That's, so far, our side-by-side comparison. On Opus Clip, that first video, the back half of the previous episode, I had started it before I went live. It took a hot minute to upload. And before I did that, before I had that idea to split it in half, I had actually uploaded the entire episode and tried to do it. And that took a hot minute to upload. And then I canceled out of that because I didn't have enough credits in the free version to do that episode. That's unfortunate. Even with the paid version, there are credits. Okay, so let's take a look at that real quick. Let's just hide my face and just look at the website. So that's Eclipse. We'll look at its premium stuff in a hot minute. Back to Opus Clip. I guess this is what happens when you're done. The first half of that episode is still going. We're going to leave this alone. We're going to move over here to how do credits work, which I opened by clicking a link provided by the website Opus Clips. So Clip Basic Model, you get 1 credit for 1 minute of video submitted. So 1 minute costs 1 credit. The Clip Anything model, which is the Pro model, 2 credits for 1 minute. So you get double the minutes. No, it costs double the credits, but I guess it does more for you for every minute's worth of stuff. For example, right here, check this out. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can. Processing a 30-minute video on Clip Basic would cost 30 credits. 30-minute video on Clip Anything would cost 60 credits. If you just want to reframe in captions only, I guess that costs fewer credits. Where was that? Reframe, only add captions, one. Oh, it still costs credits. But it doesn't do any of the other stuff, whatever that is. You can do all kinds of things. You got to add social accounts to post to them. You can schedule things. You can customize. It'll analyze your stuff. This offers robust things. Okay? Arguably. I don't know what my final product will actually look like. Let's take a look at this. We can go over here. We can create a brand template. We can look at our asset library. We can schedule a calendar. We can look at our analytics. We can add socials. I already added the socials. I'm connected to gaming, to the Incorrigible, to TikTok, and to YouTube. I don't know if I can do more, but whatever. I'm doing the free trial. Blah. This takes a hot minute. 5 minutes left, apparently. I don't know what happens. Let's see what happens when we click on this. This is what happens when we click on this. Aha. So now we've broken down that whole video. The first half of it, anyways. Post to your channels. Post your Opus Clip to social media to gain views like other Opus Clip users. We're not going to post now. I can download all, which is cool. That is something that Eclipse does not let me do unless I pay for the subscription. And even then, I don't remember doing it last time, but maybe it's new now. I have this indication. Something else. Apparently, it ranks them according to virality. I don't know how it got to that, but this one's ranked 98. I don't know if this is the beginning of that back end of the thing or not. But it made that many clips, and I don't know if they're order of virility or in chronological order. We can look at them this way. We can look at them this way. Apparently, it also transcribed them, which I didn't realize it would do for me. That's awesome. I can heart them and hey them. It's graded them. It's got a hook, a flow, a value, and the trend is not the... Wow, that's interesting. I don't know how real or meaningful these things really are, though. But there it is. Those features are considered value features, right? All right, well, let me be very sincere. Oh, wait, let me fix my webcam a little bit. Nope, let me transform, center on horizontal, boom, for both, boom, unlock. I'm going to shrink it a little bit. And, oh, you know what I wanted to do, actually? Is double check from the controller thing if I'm on standard. That's a square box. I'm on widescreen. Oh, but the bounding box is the wrong size. That's why I've got the black bars. Can we fix the bounding box? Webcam. Ah, maybe we can. 1280 by 720. The bounding box is now better. Is there a shorter version? 640 by 480. But that's still not... No, that's the box. Whoa! I don't want that. 960 by 540? There we go. That's what we want. And of course we've been disconnected. Reconnecting. Disconnect. We are reconnecting. Reconnecting. Have we reconnected successfully? Please let me know by dropping an emoji or a hello in chat. This animatronic robot must reboot now. Thank you. Okay, let's come back over here. Let's do this thing. Okay, good. We fixed it, I think. I think we fixed it. 1960 by 450 for the webcam. Boom! There we go. Now we're going to center on horizontal. Boom. That looks better on both Twitch and TikTok, but I gotta fix it on TikTok a little bit. Hang on, it's way too big. Shrinking. Boop. And then. Okay, now it looks way better. Okay, so. Yada, 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 yada. What were we talking about? Are we still connected? Let's check in. Live Center. Come on up. Scorpio. Otter Girl. Hello, Otter Girl. Sorry, you're back. You're back. Hello. I'm so sorry I didn't see it sooner, but thank you for saying hi and letting me know. I'm sorry I took forever. Hi. Come on. Work. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. DJ Zed, fill the background with a little bit of music. Did I not type that? Thank you. Gosh, Dear gods and goddesses of the fractal holographic living universe, please stop disconnecting me from the internet. Please have Streamlabs disconnected, reconnecting. Are we properly reconnected to the live stream show? Please and thank you. Dear living holographic fractal animatronic universe, fix this biznatch. Make it so that my internet works and that TikTok is more fully integrated into Streamlabs, so I don't have to do this nonsense. You see this? Can you guys see this right here? Yeah, you can, of course. It's moving around. So I've got to keep this thing here. So hi, Otter Girl. Thanks for being so supportive and all that. This is the Twitch chat. You can see the old chat. As you can see, it ended with this. It ended with me having to block them. Oh no, that was recently. That was them on Discord. Did I block them? No. Did I give them a warning? Maybe. I don't know. That's the only thing. Do we have the previous chat up in here? No, because I chatted so much with my warnings and disclaimers. Alright. Hello! We're talking about comparing and contrasting these two different clip making or clip generating platforms. I believe, although I may be mistaken about Opus, maybe Opus doesn't have an app. Eclipse has an app. I don't like it. I've seen it. It's too weird. The graphic layout is too unintuitive for me. I don't like it. It works fine for me on the website. So let's go back to the websites. Let's go check them out. Okay, so interestingly enough, let's hide that. I don't know what else it does. Let's see what else it does. Calendar. Analytics. Let's see what we get with analytics. Only available for TikTok and YouTube accounts. Advanced analytics coming soon. So that's not going to show me anything. I can schedule. Welcome to calendar beta. Schedule your post easily. View your entire posting. Schedule and edit your posts from one easy-to-use calendar. Let me get rid of my face so you guys can see that too. Let's lock it down. Let's just hide it on the horizontal side. On the horizontal side. Vertical side, keep it up, then you go away. The calendar is still in the beta testing phase. We might change posting quota and available features when it is fully boodled at. Begin scheduling. I don't want to schedule. Let's go home. Okay. What happened to my other update? Did I ruin it by going away? I clicked on something and it doesn't seem to be doing it anymore. I still have 60 credits though. Create a team. Opus clip captions. Credit usage history. Logout. Calendar. Assets library. Let's go. I want to see assets library. I think it's just a blank page. It lets me add stuff. Censored word list. Brand vocabulary. Fonts. Media. Brand template. Do I make like a watermark? Can I make a watermark for my own videos? That's what I want to know. Set up your first brand template to increase brand exposure by 60%. Well, actually, I don't want to have my own templates. It's fine for now. How do I cancel stuff? Multiple lines per page. Guess I'm stuck. I don't know what the difference is. We'll go deep diver. My logo. Choose a file. Alright, we'll find a logo. You can play this game. Da 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 da. See, this is all the busy, kind of crazy back work that's required, and all this stuff takes time, yo. I love that, except for the chat thing, but okay, we're gonna use it. I don't know what it does in terms of my template. Woof. Blah, 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 blah. And then I guess we could tweak aspects of it, like, oh, all keywords highlight, we can change this. Okay. Font shadows, font stroke. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Apparently we can, fine tune the details and then use that template when running things. But I've got a lot of branding and logos and stuff in my own show, so I don't know why I would do that. Now, weirdly, it didn't finish processing, I guess, because I interrupted it, and I guess you're not supposed to do that. I clicked away from this page, and we had dropped the thing. I don't know if there's a place where it's hiding, maybe. Home, branded, asset library, calendar, analytics, social accounts. No, I don't think it finished it. Okay, let's try that process again. We're gonna not interrupt it this time. Oh, I know what we want to do. Let's see if we can open it in a fresh tab. Nope. Doesn't like multi-tabbing. All right, never mind. We're going to drop this in. We'll separate this. First half. Part 1. Leave it alone. Not touching it. I mean, I'm not gonna. Let's check the live center. I don't know if you're still there, Otter Girl, but thank you so much. You're so cool. Okay, we're not playing Call of Duty just now. We are gonna get to it. But the day has spiraled into a content creation project of making content, talking about making content, and being told not to. So, welcome to the madness. We are comparing and contrasting Opus Clip for a real life, real, raw, radically unscripted, unpaid for evaluation of how they work. But we've hit a roadblock. These things are going to take time. And no one wants to sit around waiting for me to finish doing this. This may take hours. This part. I don't know how much longer this dude's going to take to upload, but it's at 8.5. We somehow magically interrupted it at 20%, so we still had a while to go. This apparently got 10 minutes left. We're going to leave it alone. We're not going to futz with that. I did want to... we're going to take a little break, actually, I think, is the best idea. Having started to kick things off, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to answer Mother Nature's call, reorganize my thoughts, maybe grab a bite to eat real quick. What happened there? Why did that get all jacked up? Oh, because I changed the camera. Let's fix this while we're here. Live overlay. That's right. I changed the video. It now looks cooler, but also weirder. Gonna take a break. Right? DJ Zed, play a little music in the background to keep folks mildly, unconsciously entertained. When we come back, one of two things will happen. I will either have moved on to Call of Duty because that stuff's still taking forever and it might take a while and we're just not going to wait for it. I might take a really long break, so I might cook my meal prep meal, which takes a little longer than the usual meal, but I might wait till later. But I don't like cooking when I'm done at the end of the day, so I might knock it out now before I'm done. That's a whole nother totally irrelevant issue. But the next time I go live on Twitch and on TikTok, it'll probably be Call of Duty because that's what we were supposed to be doing earlier and we didn't get around to it because it got derailed. And then after that, we're going to do a first impression look at a game that just hit the Game Pass because it looks dope and we want to look at it, check out its vibe, compare it and contrast it to games that look like, it relates to in terms of genre and style and mechanic and all that kind of stuff. And typically just nerd out about cool new game and versus previous game kind of chit-chatty stuff. So tune in for that episode coming in the next several hours and or day and a half. And then at some point, maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, we'll come back and do part 2 of this meta self-recursive episode where we go and look at the clips, use the calendar, because they both have a calendar. We'll take a look, a deeper dive. We'll do a quick glance at the pricing, because I think we can get away with it over here. We're going to leave this page alone. We got 10 minutes left over here. Pricing. Where's the pricing? Somewhere over here, there will be a pricing. Introduction, email lagging, clip anything, fax. Come on. Plans. Boom. Free forever. Our free plan is our basic plan, but it's free forever. You can take advantage of the following benefits. So this is Opus Clip, the one with the analytics. Oh wait, are we even over here? Come here. I'm on the wrong thing. Come here. Join me over here. I'll fix that camera later. All right, so come back to this. Hello there. Follow me again. I had to do that to be funny. Okay, so we're over here. Opus Clip. It's got like the more slick TED Talk style kind of vibe to it. It's got a clean, fancy Tech Pro interface. And it's got plans. Here's the free forever plan. 60 processing minutes per month. That's my opening intro for half of an episode about talking about stuff. So nothing. So for free, I can maybe get away with doing 2 30-minute chat show things in which I get really, really concentrated and pull clips out, right? Where AI captions with emojis and keyword, importing video sources from YouTube and local files, 1 brand template. Honestly, except for the most casual of casual users, that's mostly useless. I'm gonna do 1 60-minute. I'm gonna be able to process 1 60-minute episode or 1 or 2 30-minute episode, a month. I'm trying to live stream almost daily. And I want to make an echo chamber of recursive things where the clips bring people to the full-length episodes and the full-length episodes bring people to other clips. Starter. But when it comes to video, especially specifically for video gaming, we end up doing 4-hour-long episodes and whatnot. So that's not ideal. In terms of the pricing, in terms of getting anything done with the free version, not much. But maybe I'll occasionally do once per month or twice per month. I'll do a very concise, wrap my brain around everything we've talked about this month and just lay it all out and then make clips out of that. I don't know. Starter plan, which is, I think, if I remember correctly, curiously, they do not have the price point here, but if I remember correctly, it's like $15 a month. Starter plan is your mid-level plan, just about free, but below Pro. You get 150 processing minutes per month. Okay, how many is that Really? Let's divide 150 by 30 minutes. Let's pretend we're shooting for a 30-minute episode and we want to pull clips. That means we're going to get 5 30-minute episodes per month. It's a little bit better. Faster processing, cool. Additional importing videos, that just meaningless to me. Editing capability, okay, cool, but you're supposed to be doing it for me, AI thing. Social media posting to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Don't we already get that over here? And much more. Pro, which is way more expensive, although maybe not much, not over 20 bucks, but is more expensive. Top tier plan, great value, starter plan, blah, 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 blah. 300 processing minutes per month or 3,600 per year. Depend on if you opt in for a monthly plan or an annual plan. That's weird. It's still limited by its processing minutes. How many? Let's use the calculator again. 300 processing minutes per month divided by 30 minutes, because whether or not we do it a 30-minute episode, we're gonna chunk it down, cut it down to 30 minutes before we drop it into the processor. We're gonna get 10 30-minute processes. Even more video sources, meaningless. Access to 16 by 9, 1 by 190. Okay, cool. Ability to export Adobe Premiere. Okay. What did we say? 10? Yeah. That's at max, right? Okay, let's talk about something. Let's do a compare and contrast. We're not even talking price point yet. Okay? We're not even talking price point yet, folks. Let's just compare and contrast this 10-minute, 30-minute segments. We got 10 30-minute segments that we can process a month. Okay, let's say that's worth it. How many sessions or how many procedures do I get with Eclipse? Let's go look. Eclipse, let's find out about you. Where are you, buddy? Okay. Let's look at their pricing plan. If I remember correctly, the entry level for the Opus is $14 a month. These guys only have one tier of Pro. It's $19 a month or $150 billed annually. You get highlights from up to 12 hours stream. Now, I'm not entirely sure how to read that. I don't think I can submit a 12-hour long stream. I could have sworn it was limited to 5 hours. But you get 180 faster processing, highlights from Kick VODs if you want more exclusive perks. We're going to look at see all premium benefits. Free, 0 per year. Connect to stream platforms like Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook for streamlined processing. I already like that. We're already connected to Twitch. We're already processing that episode that we're making clips out of through that thing. Clip storage for up to 14 days. That means for 14 days they'll be available on the platform. You got to download them. Everything is limited to 720p rendering, but that looks all right. The recommended for $12.50 a month, if you do it for the year, billed annually, it goes down from $19 to $12.50. That's why it's $150 instead of whatever it is if it was at $20 a month. Seamless connectivity with platforms, Kick and Rumble too. Even though I'm not using those, it doesn't matter. Accept streams up to 12 hours long. Okay. Watermark free. Highlight up to 100 clips from your stream. 3 times faster. Clip storage for 90 days. Easy access to new supported games. Regenerate AI edit up to 2 times. Voice command for AI. Boom, boom, boom. As of right now, what the one I was looking for is how many, it tells you how many hours you can do, but how many actual episodes you can process. On the free level, easy access to local upload, 20 credits, resets every month, 3 credits for a lifetime. I think every month. Now, I don't know what local upload and I don't know what credits. I've never used the credits thing. I'm a little confused by that. Do I have credits to upload a thing that's separate from directly importing it from my Twitch? Import streams, add new Twitch upload, private stream, AI edit, beta, convert to TikTok, share. I've been clear about I've got credits for something about YouTube, but I think that's if I'm pulling the video from YouTube. Okay, here's an example of what the page looks like when it's done. So you can review that. You can understand that. Slightly better, I think. Okay, here's what it is. Even with Pro or free, you can process 3 sessions a day. And then there's the limits on time. On free, you can only process 3 hours at a time. So I did an episode, it was 3 hours long, I can process it. I did another episode yesterday that was 2 hours long, I can process it today. I got another episode from a week ago that I never did that's an hour and 50, I can process it today. Then I'm done. I can no longer process more videos. So that's 3 videos a day. How many do I get a month? Now, with Opus, I got 10 sessions and they're only 30 minutes long. Here, I'm getting 3 a day and they can be 3 hours long for free, or apparently 12 hours long if I'm paying the $20 a month. But, so it's a totally different calculation. I'm getting 3 per day, so let's multiply 3 times 30 for an average month. I get to do 90 sessions of either 3 hours each or however many long it's said in the thing. That's a way better deal. Yo, industry. That's a way better deal. Because this Opus clip has got this other thing with the credits. Pro. A business, apparently, you need to have 10 seats, large volume usage, and an API. Very useful. See, we read it straight from their thing. The Pro plan, I don't know where the price is, but 300 processing minutes per month or 3,600 per year. 10 sessions, 90 sessions a month. That alone is a better deal, even if maybe the end result looks not as cool as Opus does. You also have more social media posting to Twitter and Facebook, social media scheduling to YouTube, teamwork spaces to collaborate. You can include 2 users, which I don't have anything. Okay. Now, where are the prices? Upgrade and downgrade. If you are a starter plan, you can upgrade your plan. In your subscription page, you can only need to pay for subscription and starting the pro plan immediately. Upgrade to a yearly plan, downgrading. Sometimes you might find that usage is not as high as you expected. You think basic features are enough for you. You can downgrade your plan from pro to starter to remove packs to reduce cost. All downgrades happen at the end of the current billing cycle, so you can enjoy all the benefits of the current plan. Payment and billing info. I want the price point, brah. Doesn't have it here. I was looking at it before. Let's open a new clip and hopefully I don't want to disrupt this processing over here. Is it done? Did it get it? It's updated. Okay, now we can, it's up there. Now we can pick the template. Let's go for consistency's sake. All right, so we didn't need to take a break, you guys. All right, let me hide my face over here on the Twitch side. TikTok, you can still look at my ugly mug because it's not blocking the thing. So that was an interesting calculation. I'm going to save that. We still have to compare the final rendered outcome. That's what we'll come back to for part 2, and then we'll do a whole debrief. What are we doing? All right, we're going to finish clicking through on this thing. We're going to find the template we used before so that hopefully it'll match. Who knows? We've used PodP. Where are we at? How much is this going to cost us? Credit usage is going to cost us 32, and we got 60. Awesome. So we don't need to trim anything down. By splitting it in half, somehow, magically, the calculation turned out to fit inside the number of... And before it didn't. Before, the same video, the same total running time, it just wasn't split in half. was costing 96 credits in order to get me to pay money to get more credits. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. All I did was literally chop it in half and like trim a minute and a half off of one of them. Like 2 minutes on. Let's click the one click before we lose this. Project submitted successfully. Boom! Now we've got 2 back to back. Public Discourse Part 2, Public Discourse Part 1. We're going to let that process, friends. We're going to let that process. Excuse me. We're going to let that process, friends. And now we're going to open Opus over here. To hopefully not mess with it. Opus clip. We're going to open it over here and we're going to look at the pricing point. Pricing. There's the pricing page. We're going to go straight to the pricing page. Are you guys still following me? Yeah, we're still on this. Good. So what makes this episode so meta? Well, this next episode, we're going to talk about the clips themselves because we're going to be forced to review them. You're going to see all the work entailed that even the clip making things still won't do for you. That's what we're going to do in the next episode. All right, here's the pricing plan for Opus Clip. Now with Clip Anything, which I don't know what that means. We're going to open that link in the new tab. Pro, which is currently limited time savings of 50% off if you pay for the year, which is, maybe you can do it at monthly. I don't know. $14.95 instead of $30. So 15, it's half off 15 instead of 30. You get 3,600 credits. We already broke them down, right? 2 users, 2 brand templates, some B-roll, whatever that means. Input from 10 sources. You can export to Adobe Premiere Pro and 52 Resolve. Multiple aspect ratio, social media schedule, etc. The starter, $15 a month. Why isn't this half off? That would have been a really great opportunity to get people who maybe couldn't have, maybe don't want to overpay for the Pro, but still cringing a little at $15 a month. 150 credits per month, 1 credit, 1 minute. We already did the math. At that level, at just the credits to how many sessions I can render per month ratio, I hate to have to come to a preemptive conclusion. It's not my fault that that's what's happening, but Eclipse, this bad boy over here, is presenting to us a little bit better value. Okay, when we come back from this tiny itty bitty break, friends, we're gonna take a deeper dive because now we've got, hopefully that other render will finish and we've got things to compare and contrast. This is a different video. This is not the video we just submitted. Let's go back to the home page. We'll keep the pricing plan open so we can review it later. We'll review that at the top of the page, at the top of the show when we come back for the second episode, okay? For anybody new. But we're back here on our home page, and this is our episode today. It's processing. This is the same episode that we're processing on Opus Clips over here, okay? So Opus Clips, boom. We got 9 minutes left to finish. Let it finish processing the first half of the 2-parter that we broke it up. And then over here on Eclipse, we've already submitted it. I don't know how long it's going to take. But for funsies, we can look at another one to compare and contrast what the features are in general. What we can do, anything that's highlighted in the fun pink color, peach color, is locked behind a paywall, unfortunately. But none of those features are limited by credits on Eclipse. I don't know how it works out because they've got other features, like this B-roll, or this voice actor thing. They're a different set of features. So, like in a perfect world where I am nothing but when I'm some sort of daddy Warbucks, that's no longer some sort of daddy peace and healing bucks, rich bazillionaire, in some alternate world where I came from non-conflict legacy money. Oh, we still need to fix this. We're gonna fix this too. Maybe we'll fix it when we come back. I'd be able to just buy up both and mix and match and make both happen for funsies. Because at that point, if I had that much money, it wouldn't matter, right? I'm just doing it to entertain myself and to utilize the product. And then I would make myself a promoter of the product, I guess. But anyways, I'll be back in just a bit, friends. Thank you. We shall return promptly to the second part of... I did not have my slideshow. Content creation, meta-narrative content creation episode where we are going to analyze the resulting product, right? We're going to go take a look at, together, what the clips look like when they came out. And we'll also, in the process, fix all the weirdnesses about the TikTok display for this loadout, for this graphics loadout here on Streamlabs. But join me for that in a hot bit. In the meantime, go be good human beings to each other out there in the real world as well as in the game lobbies. Peace out!